Senator Mike Rounds weighs in on the budget reconciliation process on Capitol Hill. Sports betting continues to grow. We'll check out the trends in Deadwood. And the tourism season is fast approaching. What is it looking like for this year? Your news starts now.
From Skyline Drive, this is KOTA Territory News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Jack Cottle. A trend is emerging with tourists in the Black Hills. KOTA Territory's Blake Trolley spoke to some of the industry and has the report.
Financial uncertainty is at blame for some travelers waiting longer to book their trips.
Well, that is something that we're seeing this year that is a little bit more difficult for some of our lodging establishments to deal with. The booking window, so the time from when they actually book to when they're coming, has shrunk.
Thompson says travelers who were more certain about their trips have already booked. Caleb Arsenault, CEO of Live Hospitality, which operates 13 hotels in the Black Hills, describes the booking window into two sections, with some travelers booking 90 or more days out and others booking about 2 weeks out.
And then kind of a desert in between. So not a lot of inventory is moving between 2 weeks prior to date of stay to 90 days. So typically we see fairly significant room movement across the entire booking window.
Arsenault points to the current geopolitical environment on the change in booking patterns.
Whether you're the stock market or the travel market, you enjoy certainty. And when there's uncertainty, it creates anomalous consumer behaviors, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Despite the change in consumer behavior, both Thompson and Arsenault say they believe the area is due for a strong tourism season.
We know that the research is telling us people still want to take vacations. People are intending to take vacations this summer. They're intending to keep their budgets about the same as they did last year.
Visitors spent nearly $2 billion in the Black Hills last year. Blake Trolley, KOTA Territory News.
Showers and storms dotted the radar this afternoon. Are we still seeing some rain around KOTA Territory? Meteorologist Ryan Larmew is in the First Alert Weather Center with more. Yeah, I got caught out on a dog walk today. Ran in quick.
You didn't bring your umbrella?
No, I'm not that smart.
Oh, I told you to bring your umbrella yesterday. We had rain showers across the area. Tower cam showing some of those showers though, but mainly clouds on the east side of Rapid City right now. Golden West weather cam there on Skyline Drive. Up here at the station, seeing those clouds providing some shade. See it moving across the screen there out of the hills right outside of the station here, but radar still active this afternoon. Seeing a few thunderstorms in northwestern South Dakota and southeastern Montana. Also seeing some heavier rain out of the South Dakota plains north of Wall, entering places near Phillip within the next couple of minutes. But we're seeing temperatures on the cooler side. 40s and 50s are on the map tonight. 57 in Edgemont, 47 in Gillette. We're 42 in Wright and 43 in Ekalaka. And closer to the Black Hills, temperatures are on the cool side too. Whitetail Peak, one of the coolest locations in all of KOTA Territory at 33 degrees. But Rapid City will make it down from the 50s right now into the 40s right before sunset, and then we turn mostly clear by the time we're heading to sleep tonight. I'll be planning out what we can expect for the weekend and beyond coming up in just a few minutes. Jack.
Thank you, Ryan. The budget reconciliation process is in full swing on Capitol Hill. Republicans are trying to match spending with President Trump's agenda. Senator Mike Rounds said they need to have 51 votes in the Senate and 218 votes in the House to get it done.
In the Senate, we're already working through what the different departments will have available to them in terms of expenditures and also where the savings will come from. We're making good progress on the Senate side. We're hopeful that the House is also making good progress. We bring the two bills together, the two ideas together. We're working on that right now. There's coordination between House committees and Senate committees so that the actual reconciliation itself should be pretty straightforward. It's still a matter of making sure you've got enough votes for each proposal to get to that 218 in the House and 51 in the Senate.
Rounds said their goal is to make sure there's not a tax increase on South Dakota families and says that means the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act needs to be extended permanently. A Rapid City hospital is being nationally recognized for its commitment to patient safety for this spring. Monument Health Rapid City received an A hospital safety grade by the Leapfrog Group, a national nonprofit watchdog that keeps track of patient safety. The A grade makes Monument Health Rapid City the only hospital in South Dakota to earn the distinction for the spring. General hospitals in the U.S. are assigned either an A, B, C, D, or F grade by Leapfrog based on 30 different metrics, including injuries, infections, accidents, and errors. Monument Health's Vice President of Quality Safety Risk Management says there's several variables that help the hospital achieve the high grade.
It's really about that culture. It's about creating trust within our healthcare system and engagement, focusing our physicians and caregivers, bringing them in, having the conversations. How do we create that engagement and building that as we go?
Monument says only about 30% of U.S. hospitals achieve that A grade. Sports gambling has been growing each year with the opening of sports books and mobile sports betting. Cadillac Jackson Deadwood has been a casino that's benefited from that. Our Noah Miller has the story.
You know, a lot of the times all these chairs and all these tables will be full of people.
Sports betting is on the rise in casinos. Investopedia says Americans wagered more than $450 billion since 2018.
We had quite a few bets this year in March during March Madness. Our sportsbook area was completely full. We had a lot of big players in. People were hammering the 1 seeds, putting a lot of money on those favorites, and we had a lot of happy customers because those 1 seeds ended up winning.
Cadillac Jacks saw a 26.80% increase in sports wagers and a 5.43% increase in the month of March compared to 2024.
It seems to continue to rise for us here at Cadillac Jacks, which is a great thing. I think our customers are starting to kind of understand it a little bit better. I know it took a while for people to understand sports wagering. I know the percentages and the odds are sometimes difficult for people to understand and listen to and learn. But we do fun things like run promotions, you know, bet $5 on a sports betting bet and we'll give you $20 in free play on the slots. So we're doing different things. I think the casino, along with the customers, are kind of figuring out ways to make it fun and different.
While mobile sports betting isn't allowed in Deadwood, Nold says he thinks it would be great to see how they could bring it into the casinos here. I'm Noah Miller, KOTA News.
A petition is urging Pennington County officials to add a right turn only lane at the intersection of Elkvale Road and Homestead Street in Rapid Valley. The petition, which was started by Rapid Valley resident Rachel Sankey, was put on change.org last week. Sankey says every morning the line at the intersection is almost a mile long, with parents trying to take their kids to school and residents making their way to work. She says she knew she couldn't be the only one feeling frustrated, which is why she started the petition to get the community's support before taking it to county officials. She added the ongoing issue isn't just about the inconvenience.
It's really more than just getting people to work on time. It comes down to accessible buildings, safety. I mean, the amount of times I've seen people stuck, not sure which way to go, just to try to get out of here or turn, that you don't want to end up seeing accidents.
Since the petition went live, it's gained 290 signatures. District 4 County Commissioner Jerry Durr left a message on the petition saying, "I'll put this on the Pennington County Commission agenda for discussion on Monday, May 19th. Several Western Dakota Technical College students brought home the gold after winning in different events at the Skills USA South Dakota Skills Championship last month. Today, Western Dakota Tech held a celebration for students who competed in the state competition and medaled. During the competition, students displayed their career and technical skills as they went up against other tech schools in the state. WDTC students ended up earning 19 different medals, including 8 golds. A member of the cybersecurity team who captured a gold medal says it was very exciting to find out that they came out on top.
Our announcement was via email, which was good. It was good. But it was very exciting. Like Kirsten mentioned earlier, we were very close when it came to scores. And so hearing that outcome and having that score breakdown was really intense. Mm-hmm.
The school's cybersecurity team and other gold medal winners are set to compete at the National Skills USA Championship in Atlanta, Georgia from June 23rd through the 27th. Well, where can pigs and farm animals go to live out their days? We'll take you there next in this week's KOTA Cares. You're watching KOTA Territory News at 5:30. In this week's KOTA Cares, we're featuring a nonprofit called the Nuisance Farm and Sanctuary in Rapid City. This organization offers a safe haven for pigs and other farm animals. KOTA Territory's Jasmine Davis visited the farm earlier this week to learn more about how this organization provides second chances for pigs and other rescued animals.
The Nuisance Farm and Sanctuary is a safe haven where pigs and other farm animals can live healthy, happy lives and most importantly, enjoy the freedom to do what they love. The farm was founded by Marie Darling after a meaningful conversation with her husband.
I convinced my husband that having a pet pig in his life would be a good idea, which he's still questioning to this day. However, it made me dive more into the mini pig world and realize that there are a lot of problems out there. There's a lot of mini pigs that were adopted as piglets to families, but these families either did not realize how much of a commitment it would be to have a little animal that can either live up to 25 years, has the intellect of a 3-year-old toddler, and can grow up to 150 to 300 pounds in their family. And so there is a huge overabundance of pet pigs that don't have a home.
Originally established as a pig sanctuary, Nuisance Farm has since welcomed other small livestock, although pigs remain the focus due to space limitation. Marie shared what she finds most rewarding about working with the animals.
They bond with you and they care about you, and you form these connections with them. Being able to form that bond and give them the ability to live their personality and show their personality is hugely rewarding.
Looking ahead, co-founder Janae Ziegler discussed hopes for the farm's continued growth and development.
We definitely would love to have more of a pigs-only type shelter. We want to expand our pond for our waterfowl. We have ducks and geese, so things like that. And just overall, we really want to raise money to be able to support these animals and give them the life they deserve.
On May 3rd, Nuisance Farm and Sanctuary will celebrate its first anniversary with a public event featuring a slingshot contest, horseback rides, pig races, live music, and more. For more details, you can visit our website at kotatv.com. Reporting for KOTA Territory News, I'm Jasmine Davis.
It is Drought Monitor Thursday. Meteorologist Ryan Larmew has a look at the latest update to the Drought Monitor and has a look at your week ahead. Your accurate First Alert forecast is next.
Now, the First Alert forecast with meteorologist Ryan Larmew.
We're seeing one of those small clouds right now over downtown Rapid City. Some nice shade from the sun that we've been seeing on and off throughout the day. Temperatures, though, feeling nice out there, feeling like 48 degrees. And when you factor in the wind, it feels a little cooler outside, a little breezy outside today. A little bit of sun, a little bit of cloud coverage this evening. And we are seeing temperatures around KOTA Territory cooler, but they're feeling cooler because of these winds. We're seeing winds around 22 miles an hour at the airport in Rapid City, seeing around 16 miles an hour there in downtown. Drought Monitor Thursday, just like Jack said, so we have the latest update for you. Abnormally dry conditions have taken over. This is new. This all was in the moderate drought, that tan color there for us. So in the last recent update, we've gone into the yellow category. This is the last category before we rid any drought condition in parts of KOTA Territory abnormally dry. Sheridan, look at that. They've cleared up some of their drought too. They're only on the fringe of the abnormally dry category, but the extreme drought still continues in portions of southwestern South Dakota. That's our update for them. They need as much rainfall as they can get, or snowfall for this time of year, as we can see the potential for some more precipitation in the forecast. Unfortunately, tonight the rain ends around 7 o'clock and then will remain breezy for that time until we start to go to sleep. Temperatures in the 40s by 8 to 9 o'clock. And then we'll see clearing skies tonight, which is some good news. Temperatures continue to drop. We'll get into the upper 30s tonight in Rapid City, but mostly sunny skies take over tomorrow. We'll get into the upper 30s between 5 and 6 a.m., but if you're leaving between there, it's still going to be a little chilly. You might want to grab a light jacket there to head out the door for your Friday. End of the week. Some temperatures warming up nicely into the morning, near 50 degrees here by 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you're leaving a little later, some nicer conditions for us. But throughout the day tomorrow, if you like the sunshine, it's sticking around all day. Temperatures making it up to 62 degrees. The sunshine returns, and it's looking like it's going to stick around as we head into the weekend. That's exactly what we're showing here on Futurecast. We're showing those few isolated showers throughout the overnight hours, and then we start to clear up. Lots of sunshine by tomorrow morning and throughout the entire day. That's the story of the next 3 days, is we're talking sun, and the sun sticking around all day, almost not even a cloud in the sky for your day on Saturday. Some good news if you like to get out and explore the Black Hills, enjoy springtime as it's still starting to come to an end. By the time we're getting to Sunday morning, Still talking sunshine. If you like the sun, it's a good weekend for you. You can get out and enjoy it. It's going to feel nice and warm too as temperatures skyrocket as we head throughout the end of the work week into the weekend. Temperatures tonight in the 40s, possibly on the South Dakota plains, 30s everywhere else. A few spots in the hills dropping below freezing. Custer's at 31, Newcastle right over here, they're at 30, Sundance 31 degrees, Rapid City sees 38. Tomorrow, temperatures make it up into the 50s and 60s in and around the Black Hills. 60s are likely throughout much of KOTA Territory. Sheridan might flirt with the 70-degree mark. We're pleasant tomorrow. 80s in Sheridan by the end of the weekend. 81 degrees there. 70s likely for everyone here by Saturday, including Rapid City. We're in the 70s Saturday through Monday, and then some isolated thunderstorms Monday. Tuesday, a little bit more coverage on those thunderstorms. Scattered storms there with 60 degrees for a high. That's our coolest day on the 7-day forecast, Jack.
I'm very excited about a sunny and warm weekend.
I think everyone is. It's one of our first weekends in the spring that we can get out and actually go enjoy it and not have to bundle up or not have to bring the umbrella or do anything like that. It's going to be nice.
Going to be big. Thank you, Ryan. Coming up, Black Hills State softball team tried to pick up a win at the RMAC tournament this afternoon. Plus, our athletes of the week have signed on to continue their career at the collegiate level. Vic Quick has all the details next in KOTA Sports.
Good evening, everybody. The Canyon Lake Little League season begins on Saturday. Former Major League player and Rapid City's own Mark Ellis will be on hand for the big event. Ellis and Mayor Jason Solomon will throw out the first pitch. The ceremonies begin at 10 a.m. Saturday out at Collins Field. Two Rapid City Christian athletes have signed on the dotted line to continue their career at the next level. Benson Kiefer will play basketball at Black Hills State, while Jaden Moreto will suit up for the Mount Marty baseball team. Kiefer averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game this season, en route to earning first-team All-State honors and helping the Comets make a trip to the state tournament. Moreto is a pitcher for Post 22 and has a career ERA under 3. And for their efforts, Jaden and Benson are our Gustafson Builders Athletes of the Week.
I want to play baseball as long as I can, as long as God's willing to take me with it. Hopefully at Mount Marty, I'll be an impact guy right away, getting to play a lot of time. But, you know, if that's not the case, just doing what I can to be the best teammate I can for the guys around me and just building up the program as best I can.
My goal is just to get to BH and fit in as best I can my freshman year and go from there, and hopefully we can make a deep run like they did a couple years ago and make it to the Final Four and maybe ultimately bring home a championship.
Congrats to those guys for being our Gustafson Builders Athletes of the Week. The Black Hills State softball team came up short in the opening round of the RMAC tournament yesterday, falling to Metro State 8-2. Now the tourney is double elimination, so this afternoon the Yellow Jackets took another crack at things as they matched up with Colorado Springs. Black Hills State comes up on the short end, falling by the score of 3-0. Lacey Pesky went the distance on the mound, striking out 4. The Yellow Jackets had trouble getting the bats going as they had just 2 hits in the game. Black Hills State finishes the season with a 27-27 record. Congrats to RMAC Coach of the Year, Ashlyn Engelhorn, and the Yellow Jackets as they turned in the best season in program history. Girls golfers gathered at Boulder Canyon for the Sturgis Invite today. St. Thomas More finished first as a team with a tally of 164. Stevens landed second, 4 strokes back. Custer and Belfouche were third and fourth. Stevens' Lauren Knapp fired an even par 36 on 9 holes to finish first individually. The South Dakota State and USD softball teams return to the Diamond for their final series of the season, of the regular season tomorrow. Now the Jackrabbits are heading north to take on UND. SDSU will look to bounce back after dropping 2 of 3 games to Omaha last week. The Jacks head into tomorrow's game with a 25-24 record. They are 10-5 in Summit League play. The USD softball team hosts Kansas City tomorrow. Coyotes enter the matchup with a 25-22 record. They are 5-3 in the conference. NBA playoffs last night. Timberwolves got a big win, knocking off the Lakers to win that series 4-1. Tonight, Nuggets and Clippers on the court for game number 5.
All right, thank you, Vic. Coming up after the break, a snake that may have you wondering, should I be twice as scared or twice as fascinated? Stay with us.
Be sure to tune in to KOTA Territory News at 6 on Fox. Western Dakota Tech students are being honored after completing a state competition.
We were very close when it came to scores.
Plus, we'll introduce you to a Rising Star of the West Scholarship contestant. Those stories and more are at 6 on Fox.
A pet store in Northern California is celebrating 7 months of a very rare animal. Meet Zeke and Angel. They are two heads on the same California king snake. The 1 in 100,000 occurrence is the same thing as a conjoined twin, one embryo that partially split in two. Two-headed snakes don't usually live very long, but Zeke and Angel are thriving, which leads the East Bay Vivarium to think they'll live the species' normal 20 to 30-year lifespan. It also means they'll grow to around 4 feet long. Workers say the heads can both control the body, but often fight over which way to go. When that happens, Angel typically wins out as the dominant head. Zeke and Angel were born at the store, but are not for sale. Do you like snakes?
I have indifferent on snakes. Snakes as pets are cool, but would I like to see a rattlesnake in the parking lot of work? No.
We've had them out there.
I've heard, and I'm lucky to have not run into one yet.
All right. Warm weather. Be outside looking out for those.
Warm weather, but we've got to deal with the showers tonight. We still are tracking showers on First Alert Doppler radar this evening. Some thunderstorms in northwestern South Dakota, so hearing some rumbles up there. We gradually clear throughout the night. Decreasing clouds, temperatures generally in the 30s. Jack, warm weekend ahead, though.
Yay. Good deal.
Just for you.
All right. That'll do it for us. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you tonight at 10.
Thanks for watching KOTA Territory News, your local news and weather authority.